Hey guys, today we're going to talk about Voltus 5 Legacy, the first episode. Some good points, some bad points, and some final thoughts. So stick around and let's dive right in. So, to start this review, I am actually not going to be posting any content from the show for copyright reasons. I've noticed GMA and the showrunners have been quite specific about what content you post online. So I've been very cautious of that. So it's a lot more fun to talk this way and a lot more quicker to deliver the content. So we'll just get right into the juice of things and we'll start with the good stuff. The first impression that I got from this episode was pretty good. I had a lot of faith in the Filipino community to pull this off. It did take a long time, but I believe in making sure the quality is there when it comes to the content that's presented to us. And I gave this one a 3 out of 5. Now, it's still early to judge since it is the first episode. Now, to start things off, the cast members were pretty good choice. Everybody looks their part. Big Bert, in my opinion, I think looked just like Big Bert. Even the scene where he was doing his karate or the kendo with the staff in the garden was pretty good. Jamie Robinson, I know she has like a ninja background, so they did the same thing. I don't remember if Little John was doing the dolphin bit, but that was pretty cool. Mark and Steve look their part. They're pretty good. I don't know. Now, it's been a while since I've been following Filipino showbiz, so a lot of these actors are no-name people to me. So I used to live in the Philippines back in the early 90s, late 80s rather. So a lot of these people are just totally taboo to me. But of course, I'm open to learning more about them as we progress. But I think the cast was a pretty good choice. I think also the choice for um, Zandra, the actress, was pretty good. She looked the part. The beginning when I saw her, uh, she had that embodiment. Like she seemed like she was the right casting. Now Prince Zardoz, the guy who plays Prince Zardoz, I have to look him up again. He was a good casting choice. However, I still think they should have made his hair different because continuity, guys. I think the continuity from the anime just felt like they should have just added that part. But now, the best part about this episode was clearly the Volt formation. We witnessed for the very first time an updated version of the infamous V formation where all the 5 vehicles all merged together to create the robot. And I thought that was really well done. So kudos to the visual effects team, the animators, renderers, compositors who did that because I had chills down my spine when I saw that. So really good job. We're going to talk about some of the bad things that I did notice. And of course, I'm an advocate of giving feedback to my community. Again, please take this in a way of constructive criticism. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. This is not my purpose being here. I just want to spread some insight of what I thought didn't work. Now, to begin with the bad things, the CGI really, 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 really hurts. Okay. When I think of where we are in the visual effects age, we've come a long way. I'm talking about movies that we've seen with Marvel, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, that sort of thing. It's up here. Okay. When I watched that first episode, I think it's dwindling right over on this side. And I get it. The budget, of course, is gonna look like that. It's not Pacific Rim, man. It's like it's a Filipino budget. I get it. But does it really need to suffer in that sense? I guess what I'm trying to say is, for the showrunners who greenlit this production, I felt if you're gonna do Voltus 5, why even agree to doing something where it's not, the technology's not there? You know what I mean? I think again, I'm going to bring up Pacific Rim again. Pacific Rim, when I first saw that scene where the kaijus were fighting in the water, I saw it in the theaters and my mouth, like, I was really in awe. And seeing this first episode, again, this is really a kid show, to tell you the truth. And it's understandably a kid show. I mean, when I saw it the first time back in, the 80s, I was a little boy. And this is for a new generation. I get that. But with what we've seen and what we just saw, I feel like everybody, and I'm sure, guys, I'm like, I can't be the only one that feels this way. Please take my criticism constructively here. I cannot be the only one thinking that, like, the CGI is really cringy. And again, I'm gonna get a lot of barrage of comments saying like, "Oh, what are you talking about? You're not Filipino," or some bullshit. I get it. Like, you're probably gonna hate me for saying that, but I'm also saying this constructively, that there's a lot of things that when I watched the first episode, I found myself scratching my back, like, okay, another perfect example I'm going to mention is the scene where Jamie was introduced. So Ysabel Ortega was jumping around the trees, and then all you see is like these gun turrets that were clearly like it was like, oh, like I've seen PlayStation 4 graphics that look better than that, and I'm just being honest, guys. Please, like, ah, I'm being honest, guys. Like, I have to say these things because you guys ever have that Filipino uncle, or even like your grandparents, when you make something back in the day, when you make something and you show them and it looks like shit. But of course they don't want to hurt your feelings. They're going to say, "Oh, galing. Sige, ganda, maganda." Really? It's kind of the same thing here, where I'm telling you, I'm just saying this constructively. Please take it very constructively that I'm saying this positively, so that hopefully later on a new show comes around, new showrunners bring up the show, season 2. We learn from our mistakes, right? And no pain, no gain. I have to say it. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna agree to something that I don't believe in. And that's just my core values. So um that's my bit with the CGI. And talk all you want about budget, guys. I'm sorry, the budget shouldn't have been greenlit if it's gonna look like that. And again, I keep talking about the fact that, like, why Toei, like, if you're a representative of the Toei Japanese animation company, why did you guys not choose to just make a cartoon, a remake? Okay, I just saw a few days ago Mazinger Z Infinity. Okay, same line of Chogokins from the 70s. They remade that for like their anniversary. Like, why can't you guys do the same thing? Like, it blows my mind. Like, I think the fan feedback would be received a lot better. And then what was the whole point of, again, okay, the Tagalog language, it makes sense because it was made in the Philippines, but it's very limiting. I find when I saw Voltus 5 back in the 80s, it was in English. Okay, it was in English. I had no problem with that. But there's going to be people. I was reading some comments online that people were saying, "Oh, I wish this had subtitles. I wish." How is everybody going to appreciate the show when the subtitles aren't even readily available for everybody, and it's like just isolated to the GMA network? You know what I mean? Like, it should have been made internationally. Like, such a misstep. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I I find it very isolating when it's not kind of open to something more universal. But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe the next 10 episodes are going to be English or whatever. But yeah, that's some of the things I've noticed in this first episode. The theme song. Now, this one is not a bad thing, okay? What I did find bad though was Filipino actress singing a Japanese song. Okay, sure. I guess Hori Matsuko, who was the original Voltus 5 singer for the theme song, she's pretty old now, and I guess like it's time to pass the baton. But I think Julie San no Julianne San Jose, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's her name. She did pretty good. I don't Again, this is not a bad thing, but I just found it was kind of like, oh, um, just Filipino actress singing a Japanese song. Like, maybe just make it in Filipino. I don't know. Just kind of, I don't know. Maybe it'll take time. It's not a bad bit. That's just a random thought about the theme song. Overall, the last little bit with the V formation was pretty good, and honestly, I got chills when I heard that. It's like, oh, here we go, and it was pretty well done. I think GMA Network has something good here. I'm looking forward to the second episode. And again, I had no idea that this was going to be a daily show. That kind of makes my mind blow up thinking, wow, I got to do this every day. Well, I can't find the time to watch every single episode every day, but I will find the time to review every single episode. So this is going to be the first one. Now, guys, if you've gotten this far, please subscribe to my channel, because I will go through every single episode of Voltus 5 Legacy and just talk about the good, the bad, and some final thoughts. So hope you like my first video entry for Voltus 5 Legacy, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.